Yes, we.
Thank you. Wow. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Coordinated Entry Committee work group this morning. It is 10 o'clock and it's August 28th. I'm going to start us out with a theory of change for the Coordinated Entry Committee, which is promoted by the King County Regional Homeless Authority. We say if we create a homeless response system that centers the voices of people with lived experience of homelessness, then we can focus on responding to needs and eliminating inequities to end homelessness. And then I'm going to pass it over to Mustafa, who's going to read our land acknowledgement.
We acknowledge that King County is located on the unceded traditional land on the coast Salish peoples. We honor this land and its peoples past and present, and we are committed to directing funding and resources offered to organizations led by and supporting natives and indigenous people.
Thank you, Mustafa. Now I'm going to roll us back, and I'm going to ask Catherine to do a roll call for us.
Thanks very much, Jaja. Devin?
Teresa's here for him.
Teresa. Thank you, Teresa.
Yeah.
Noah?
Present.
Eddie?
Present.
Martha? Portia? Dr. Sam? Elliot?
Present.
Kelsey?
Present.
Jaja?
Present.
Sherry? Finn? And Mustafa.
Present.
Are we at quorum?
You have 6 present with 1 proxy for Devin.
And the proxy, Devin, the proxy was approved.
Right, that counts, right?
Yes.
So
you have 7 members, and that's quorum.
that's quorum. Thank you so very much.
Yep.
Excellent.
So we're going to move it on. I'm going to hand it back over to Tom, I believe.
Yes. All right. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all today. Thanks for being here. The main thing that I had on the agenda today was to talk with you all about an update on the emergent needs case conferencing space that we maintain in the morning time. Let's see. Oh, actually, before I start this presentation, thanks, Catherine. Is there someone who'd like to make a motion to approve our July meeting minutes?
Oh, you know what? Thank you so much, Catherine. That's one thing I did forget. We love Catherine. She always brings us back to what we need to do. I make a motion that we accept the minutes from last meeting. Is there someone who would like to second that?
I second that motion, Zaza.
Thank you, Noah.
And we can do a voice vote on
Can
this.
we all those who are in favor, please say aye with a voice vote.
Aye. Aye.
Are there any nays? How about any abstentions? It looks like it moves forward. Catherine, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Catherine. Thanks, Jaja. Yeah. Is everyone still able to see my screen here? Yeah, okay, cool.
I can.
Awesome. All right, so we talked about this a couple months ago in June, and Jeff joined us to give a quick presentation on this as well. So the background to the early morning, on our team, we refer to it as like the early morning time slot, what you could call the emergent needs case conferencing space, commenced in 2022 with the Partnership for Zero initiative. Through that time, the operations it's covered have included mobility transfers for folks housed through the partnership, for Zero Initiative, individuals from the downtown catchment area who are, receiving services funded by the Third Avenue project. And also we use this space to help get down the client census of the navigation center when it was closing earlier this summer. In June, you all voted to kind of pilot an idea where we would use this space for imminent shelter closures, kind of formalizing a process of like what we did for the navigation center. And we piloted that with the Mary's Place Bellevue Family Shelter closure ever since then. So, and that initiative actually did wind down this month in August. And my knowledge is that they were able to effectively, wind down the client census for that shelter before it needed to close the other day, actually on August 25th. So that, usage of the space was effective. And so here's a little summary. While that is true, what I just said, some of the lessons that we learned and kind of the experience with the Mary's Place shelter closure was that it was a little confusing for Mary's Place staff who, while they were accustomed to and familiar with coordinated entry operations, were familiar with like the family case conferencing space that actually happens between 10:30 in the morning and 12:30. And so it was kind of like an adjustment and, a mental hurdle for us to talk with them about. You won't be like looking at the list that Surya posts at 9:30 in the morning for family resources to use the smart sheet at 10:30. We'll do that at 8:30 in the morning instead. There was a little confusion around that at first. Quickly we realized, oh, hey, our team is doing this, but there are actually like smart sheet mechanisms that our team can do so that we can identify folks who would be kind of part of an initiative like this and prioritize them in the smart sheet, like in that traditional time slot, so that folks could still nominate at 10:30, or if it was youth at 3:30, for example, kind of like how we do for mobility requests. So when your teams have folks who have mobility requests, they're nominating them in the standard single adult or youth and young adult or family case conferencing spaces. And we have smart sheet mechanisms that can just highlight those that have a mobility request and bring them to the top of our like tie-breaking sheet. And then, so not doing it that way kind of like doubled the amount of work that Surya had to do then for family operations. So she needed to like tie break and send referrals for the early morning case conferencing spot for Mary's Place very rapidly before she could then publish the list for the family case conferencing space. She usually likes our protocol. She posts that list at 9:30 so that housing navigators have an hour before the window opens at 10:30 to then make their nominations. And Surya just had to, like, we had to change that workflow. It was cumbersome and it really kind of like doubled the amount of work. So that brings us to our recommendations. Something that I wanted to talk with you all about today is we can maintain prioritization like you all voted to do 2 months ago for programs that are facing imminent closure. We can just add a priority for them within the appropriate population space. And then we also, have been talking about here, and something that I want to talk with you all more about, hopefully next month or the month after, is the continued operation of the early morning space, and just kind of how like some of these lessons learned about why it's cumbersome to do, for example, with family and for like Mary's Place, ring true for single adults as well. And so I just kind of wanted to kind of prepare you all and just let you know that that's something that I'm thinking about and really would like to talk with you about. So I'll have some slides on that for next month. Okay, thank you. And so actually back to the recommendation is what I'd like to ask, if there's someone who'd like to make a motion, for us, it'd be great if we could kind of go forward, our team being able to still prioritize the imminent, like the programs that need imminent closure, but just doing so through their common population space. So if it's a single adult shelter program that's closing, we can make sure that that program is prioritized in the single adult space If it's family program in the family space, youth, etc. So if there's any questions or someone who'd like to make a motion for us to move forward with that, that was all I had for you today.
Hey, question followed by a motion. What is the process for us to identify or a agency to request this prioritization?
It's a great question. I am going to call upon our slides from June because I think we covered that. So bear with me for just a second.
That may have been the month that I missed a meeting or something.
I need it now. Good tissue.
No, it's a
Patricia,
good
you're-
question, Anything. There is,
Patricia, you're not muted. There, never mind. You're good.
let's see. There is like a vetting criteria, Eddie, basically. Here we go. It's pretty straightforward. It's just kind of like, is the program oh, am I sharing my screen still?
Yeah, you're good. We see it says proposal shelter closers.
Yeah,
It's just you're not doing it in a presentation. We're seeing.
gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
So,
You're good.
you know, what we talked about was 4 programs that are facing imminent closure. So like due to relocation, construction, etc. To come to us, you know, you can reach out to me and we can talk about
Okay.
is the program like what's the timeline, and we can craft a plan for like wind down, and then that's how we would determine what the plan is for how we would then prioritize the wind down.
Okay.
But the criteria is really kind of like, is the program closing or not? And like, what's the reason? You know, like, is it relocation? Is it due to construction, etc.?
Gotcha. Okay. No, I then following that up, yeah, I make a motion that we continue that process, but then also incorporate it into the appropriate population space.
Seconded.
So it was motioned by Eddie and seconded by Kelsey.
Yeah. And we can do a voice vote?
Okay, we can.
Yeah.
Can I get, can we do a voice vote or do we have to do a roll call?
We can do a voice vote.
Okay, can we get a voice vote for that motion? And second, all of those in favor, please say aye.
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 Are there any who are opposed? Say nay. Do we have any abstentions?
I
Looks
just
like
want
it's-
to real
Go
quick, Jaja, before Finn, I just noticed did put a question in the chat, and just to make sure that it's, you know, seeming that I'm
answered first.
addressing all of this like first.
Okay, I should have
Finn,
said any discussion, sorry.
Finn, I know that I don't know when you were able to join us during my presentation, but at the end of it, I said that, you know, I'm wanting to talk with the group about like the emergent needs or the early morning time slot for Third Avenue project. But right now, this vote would not impact the existence of that early morning time slot for the Third Avenue project. So right now, today, this vote does not impact that.
Gotcha. Thank you for the clarification.
Yep.
Thanks, Finn. Continuing with the vote. Are there any abstentions? Seeing none, I believe it passes unanimously. Thank you.
Alrighty, let's see, back to our agenda here. That was the only thing that we had on the agenda today, so I know that this is real fast, but we can let you all go. And our next meeting is gonna be September 25th at 10 a.m. And so Jaja, Catherine, and I will follow up with you all with like the meeting minutes from today. But yeah, thanks everybody, and see you next month.
Can we
And
see
Tom, can I say before everyone leaves, is there anyone who has any questions?
Can I ask a quick question, or
Go ahead, Patricia.
I have just two quick questions, and just a observation what we're
Done,
doing. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So at DESC, we did some of the coordinated entry training, and so there's been some discussion about us moving forward and being more active on utilizing the coordinated entry, what do you call it? I'm not good with the terminology, and I have it up where I can get in to see like the clients and adding our clients in the profile. And so two questions I was going to ask is about the nominating process, adding clients to the coordinated entry. I'm looking it up I have it on my computer. Is it through the bid focus?
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I'm sorry, Dr. Sam, keep going.
So I'm still learning this, but I do know that I'm active in it. You have to make sure you sign in, or you have to redo your password and things. So
Yes.
I've taken all my requirements that I needed. I'm active. I can see, and now we are being asked they've been having discussions with Dewey here, who is the housing person, our contact here. And so our Meerkat in our department, we are moving forward, getting everybody trained up and having access to that, and then adding the clients into the system. So there are two areas that I wanted to kind of bring up to see if we can get some clarification. The nominating process, I do know that I don't have the like the sheet, whatever it is that where you nominate. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have that. And then the other one is adding the clients to the coordinated entry.
Yeah. Those are great questions, Dr. Sam. Something that our team has been working on is developing some new trainings around actually just those topics that you're talking about. We'll be ready to go bring those online in actually a little less than a month, sometime here in September. And then also too, another thing is I'm gonna send you a message like now, as soon as we hang up the call. We should connect sometime and talk. We'll have a one-on-one and kind of just for some of those questions you have about how coordinated entry works and all this kind of stuff. I think that'd be a great thing for us to chat. Maybe
I would appreciate that. Then I can be the advocate and then help my team to move forward with this.
Yes.
Okay. And quickly, do you know the part, like the email, the nomination, does that come through our coordinator Dewey here? Or how can we get the like the housing connector, which you were talking about, to be able to see where to nominate?
I'm not 100% sure, because there's a couple different things that you might be asking about in there. I'm not sure if you may be talking about like warm handoff threads or
the list. It's a
posts.
list. So like you mentioned earlier, you were talking about every morning you can nominate, and then the coordinated entry sees and picks and things like that. Where is that information? Does that come through our inside coordinator like Dewey?
We posted on Microsoft Teams. I'm not 100% sure how you all at DESC kind of structure it yourselves to see like who gets access to Teams and stuff like that. So I would check in with Dewey about that.
Thank you. Got you.
I just check in with him.
Yeah, there you go. Because I heard it was on Teams, so I wanted to ask you, can you provide it to us, or it's probably internal? So we will get with Dewey to make sure
the reason why we do it on Teams, Dr. Sam, is because I would send out the unit lists to a big, huge listserv, like email serve, and my email account kept on getting shut down and taken offline because they thought that I was trying to massively fish scam people and everything, so my email kept on getting shut off. So that's why we went to Teams instead.
Okay.
So no, it's a good question. So
So the last question is, you can't send it directly to me via Teams, can you?
No,
Should
I'm
I go
sorry.
through, do it? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
do it.
checking with Tweet.
Okay, you've answered everything, and I'm look forward to meeting with you individually for more
Awesome.
coaching and training.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
welcome.
Sam, for that, those questions, and thank you, Tom, for answering them. And once again, we'll give you your time back. It's 28 and 52 minutes into the hour, and have a blessed rest of your day. How's that?
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Awesome,
Bye.
thank
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good.